and welcome to the Stellar Devils Friday Focus. Myself, Graham Munsey, joined by Dave Harley for the final time in 2022. Hopefully not the final time ever, Dave, as we look back on a resounding victory for the visiting Leicester Lion Cubs. Final score 53 to the visitors, 36 to the Devils. And Dave, Leicester came tonight. It maybe didn't mean anything to them. They've got cup finals and league finals to come, but they showed why they finished that regular season campaign top of the tree and are favourites for the league. Powerhouse throughout. I mean, 6 riders, all of them with at least one, if not 2 wins or paid wins. I think Joe Thompson was the only one actually who only had one, and just put the Devils to the sword. But an entertaining night at Speedway.
Yeah, some good racing. It was a tough ask for the Devils against the fully up to strength Lion Cubs, apart from young Max Perry missing. But as you say, they were solid all the way through. Even the young reserves, Vinnie Ford and that, they're on the tails, Danny Phillips excellent. And guys like that, and looking really good. They're real good prospects, and and as you say, top of the table. Look, probably got the cup in their just about in their hands already, and the league final kicking off this weekend. So they're a fantastic team, and well done to Leicester. For the Devils, it's we got through the season. Unfortunately, we're going to end up bottom of the league table, but you could tell the guys have finished with a smile on their face. A wee visit to the puddles that we'll hear about later on. So there's a decent team spirit amongst them, and they've got some points and exciting racing. When League Cup once a year, you always get some excitement, and lots of good racing tonight. Unfortunately, there wasn't to be to finish on a win, but good night.
That's it, yeah. It was an entertaining night. We'll hear from both camps. We've got Tom Woolley, we'll hear from him shortly, and Dan Thompson for Leicester. And as always, we'll finish on a race of the night. So Dave, you're right. The hope for the Devils was to get 3 points tonight to avoid finishing bottom. Sadly, that wasn't the case. But, I know ifs and buts or maybes. I think you could probably say that if we'd started the season with this 1-7, it wouldn't have been a bottom of the table team.
Yeah,
but the league table doesn't lie. Leicester came tonight. They put us to the sword, and that was despite the best efforts of home captain Tom Woolley. I don't think he quite realised how deep that puddle was, as you'll maybe work out when you hear from him now. Joined by Devils captain Tom. Tom, what's happened to you?
We got talked into me sliding through the puddle in the middle, didn't we? And it was a little bit deeper and a little bit wetter than we thought, I think. But end of the season, a bit of a laugh for the boys. So, sorry about the mess.
That just shows up to it's been a difficult season for the difficult night. And Leicester showed back and going for the double, but the heads have never went down, and everyone's battled to the end.
Yeah, definitely. I think the track definitely played into their favour tonight, because it was totally different for what it's been for us all year. I mean, it's just a little bit colder up here, and the moisture's come up through the track, and it just made it a little bit greasy. I think you could see that in the first 3 or 4 races. Everybody was struggling turning it around on themselves. So, but when we got going, I think it was just like Alan's saying now, the big speaker is just little silly mistakes. But that's just from being young, But yeah, it's been very enjoyable. I've loved my year. Great set of lads, great management, and everything. I've really enjoyed it. It's just a shame what's happening there, and I hope that things can get sorted, and fingers crossed and everything crossed for them.
Well, thanks for all your efforts all season, Tom, and I'll let you go get washed up.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure to deal with all seasons, Tom, and he's led the team well, and one that, even just before we recorded here, he made a point of coming up and just saying thanks for the season, lads, wishing us all the best for the winter and what have you. So a class act all the way through. From Leicester, class all the way through as well. The Thompson boys, Connor Cole's as good as I've ever seen him around here.
Yeah, absolutely excellent.
14 should have been more, but for falling off in his first one, and then you touched on it. Powerhouse all the way through. I mean, Vinnie Ford was paid for 13, paid for 14, off the top of my head there. And when you've got 20 points,
Mickey Simpson won C14 as well when he's against the 2 Devils
20,
against them.
20 plus points or so from reserve paid. That shows just how powerful they were. A lot of cup finals to come for this man. That's Dan Thompson. I caught up with him after also. So Dan, I guess it was a match that didn't mean too much to the Lions, but the quality and the commitment and the team just shone through, and a convincing win that sets you up well for big matches to come.
Yeah, I do enjoy riding here, so I was kind of glad when Paul was off. It gives me another meeting at the end of the year, and the team's been doing really well this year, and just looking to carry that on.
Yeah, and I mean, you've seen there that the strength all the way through. You know, yourself and Joe were both. You were 3 heat wins. Joe was on 11, and Connor had 14. But then even at the bottom, you know, Mickey was not far off, paid for double figures, and Vinny, I think, was paid 14 or something. So just the strength all the way through is what's seen you get this far.
Yeah, I think we've got probably one of the strongest top threes in the league with Connor coming in this year. It's strengthened us a lot, but also the improvement of Vinny, Max, and Mickey and Tom as well. It's just everyone always plays their part, which is great.
And then a job to finish with the big double header against Mildenhall.
Yeah, we're all feeling confident there. We won there as well earlier in the year, so it'd be nice to round things off with a league title.
And I mean, this is probably the stupidest question you've got a season. I mean, how much fun is this? You know, both for the Lions in the Championship and the Lion Cubs. You know, you're sitting here end of October, and if I was to speak to you again in a fortnight, you could have 5 medals around your neck.
Yeah, you have high times and low times. I mean, mid-season I was scoring double figures for fun in the Championship every meeting, and but then a few meetings later I could barely get a point again. And it's good when you go to nice tracks, and but it's always a learning experience. And
yeah, amazing to think. I spoke to Dan and I said that there, that if I'd speak to him again in a fortnight, he could have 5 medals round his neck, such as the way Leicester season's going at both National League and Championship.
Yeah, they've got a brilliant setup. I think we spoke about that before. You know, it's what we'd love to emulate. I mean, we've got the Monarch Speedway Academy final, the Championship tonight, and we're hoping these guys, assuming we can get the team going as well, will be the future like Leicester have got set up. They've got a brilliant setup, great track, great facilities, and lots of young guys coming through, and with the Thompson boys there, wouldn't surprise me if they pick up the league title in both leagues, but yeah, something to aim for.
Yep, something to aim for, and of course that wasn't the only action tonight. There was the Academy Championship after. Dave, you've got the 1, 2, 3, I believe, there.
Yeah, it was fantastic just to have the guys on track, and 5 of them in the racing tonight, and Lewis Haig was the man who was the man. We'll call him a man. Yeah, he's got he puts his leg over a bike, so he's doing well for me. Lewis Haig was the winner. Liam Morris second, Rocky Webb third. They were only separated by race wins, and of course Morgan and Zach trying hard as well, and it's just brilliant to see them on track.
Brilliant to see them all. Well done to all 5 for that, and I say hopefully we'll have somewhere further to be going forward. But that'll about do it for tonight and for the 2022 season. As always, we'll leave you with our race of the night. We had a lot of discussion. I had many options tonight. I had 3 or 4 marked down, but we decided heat number 6 and an all-action win for Lee Compline.
Kind of line up this time. We've got there we are. There's the normal one. Joe Thompson comes from gate 1. Lee Compline in gate 2, and I fully expect Lee to play a big part in what's to come. Vinnie Ford again, coming from gate 3, and Josh Embleton in gate 4. So this is a good quality race. Ooh, terrible start for Vinnie that time, and it's right enough. It's that gate 4 again as Josh Embleton shoots off in front. I don't know how you get a gate that superior. Here comes Lee Compline with a barnstorming effort round the outside, and he's alongside and could be past Joe Thompson here. Fantastic effort by Lee Compline. Now he'll team up with his partner up in front. We've seen this before from that pair. Oh, Josh made a big mistake there, and where's he going to finish up? At the back. That was a disaster there for the Devils on that corner. Josh trying to come back. Lee Compline clear now, and Josh not able to make anything over the last couple of laps, so it's a shared race in the end, but all happening after gate 4 had proved to be by far the best once again.
Heat number 6, a win for the rider in red, Compline. Second in white, Joe Thompson. Third in yellow, Vinnie Ford. And Josh Embleton in blue at the back. Share of the spoils means it's 14 to the Devils, 21 to the Lion Cubs. 6 seats gone. Well, Dave, that will do it. Thank you for the season. It's been a pleasure. I just get in front of the camera and talk. Dave's the man that does all the editing of your previews and your graphics. And thanks to everyone involved, Graham Campbell, who edits the Focus, Gordon, Mike, that provides the blast from the past and steps in, Stephen Lumsden, every one of the Monarchs, every one of the Devils, every away rider. We couldn't do this without the cooperation of everyone else. We enjoy it.
Definitely. Thank you to everybody for giving us this opportunity. You hear from us, but as Graham says, lots behind the scenes. So just hope we're here to do it all again next year.
Yep, and of course, a final thank you to everyone that watches. As much as we like getting up here, we wouldn't do it if we were just shouting how on at the moon. Some might say that's all we do. But thank you, and for 2022, we'll say goodbye. And who knows what the future holds, Dave, but all been well. And if it is to come around, we'll be back in 2023 if.
Fingers crossed, Come on,
but
boys, hopefully.
That's a worry for another day, as we said before. Thank you, and goodbye.